こんにちは、Asuka 先生です。Hi, I'm Asuka, your Japanese teacher. Today I'd like to show you how Japanese kids learn how to write Japanese in Japanese school. Yes, so I got so many questions that how Japanese kids start learning Japanese language at school. So actually I teach Japanese kids in a Japanese school setting following the Japanese national curriculum. So I know how they learn. So today I'd like to show you how we teach our kids to learn Japanese at school. So I'd like to show you this one. This is the textbook we use, one of the textbooks we use at school. So in Japan, kids normally have, this is Japanese language textbook. The kids has textbooks, and each textbook is assessed by the Japanese government to make sure everything is for the Japanese national curriculum. So, and then at the beginning of the academic year, kids received a bunch of textbooks for each subject. So this is the Japanese language textbook for the beginning of year one, the first year, first grade. And I'd like to show you before they start learning how to write, they actually learn how to say it properly. Yes, and then how to hold pencils. Yeah. I don't know how your kids learn how to write in school, but in Japan we have long history of calligraphy. So for us, this is very important to teach our kids how to sit properly, how to make sure their body, their posture should be correct, and then they should hold the pencil properly, and then start writing. Okay, so this is the first thing Japanese kids need to learn. Okay, and then once they start learning characters and each letters, can you see, each letter is shown in a square cell with dotted line. So this dotted line shows it works like a guide grid. Okay, so so kids pay attention which line, each stroke goes through which smaller rooms in a cell, and then creates the proper shape of each letter. Yeah, so this is the way Japanese kids learn each letter. So the notebooks they normally use at school, this is very popular notebooks for grade 1 students. Again, you can see this notebook has cells with dotted lines. Okay, so kids practice writing hiragana, katakana, or kanji using these kinds of notebook. This notebook is for year 1 students, so roughly 6 years old and 7 years old. So they need bigger cell like this because their hands are not so, their hand cannot write smaller letters and characters. So that's why they use 10 cells for each line. Yes, so they practice like this. This is the traditional way, traditional Japanese writing. So they write vertically. Okay, so that's why the notebooks open like this. Yeah. So this is a very interesting reading, and then starts the notebook. So based on this, learning process, I created the Japanese learning practice notebook for adult learners. So I give you this kind of notebook. So this side you can see cells with dotted lines. Okay, so you can practice hiragana, katakana, kanji as if you are Japanese children. Okay, so you can write each letter in a proper shape using the dotted lines. Okay, and then this side lined paper, so you can write meaning or translation, grammar notes, anything in English or in any languages on this side. So you can practice Japanese letters and characters this side, and then take notes in your language this side. Okay, and then I designed this notebook right horizontally, but if you move like this, you can write vertically. Okay. And this notebook also contains 3 tutorials. The first one is the secret of the dotted lines. Yes, so how you follow the dotted line and how you use the dotted lines as a guide grids. And then make sure you write the each letter properly. And then tutorial 2 is the difference between horizontal writing and then vertical writing. Yes, Japanese language is very versatile. You can write horizontally or vertically, but there are several rules, you know. So this horizontal writing and the vertical writing are not exactly the same. So in this tutorial number 2, I explain how different. And tutorial number 3, how to write Japanese horizontally or vertically on genko yoshi. Genko yoshi is, you know, this Japanese style squared cells paper. Yes. So when you write Japanese letters and character, these kinds of Japanese style paper, there are several rules you need to follow. So I explain how you should do, how you should write Japanese words and sentences on genko yoshi. Yeah. So I hope this notebook helps you to improve your writing.